Hi everyone, welcome back to the free money investing experiment. This is the week 3 recap, covering days 11 through 15. That's September 21st to 25th, 2025. If you're new here, this experiment is all about taking money I didn't earn, things like cashback from my credit card, random rebates, rewards, or found money and investing it. The rules are simple. I don't spend differently. I don't chase points or scan receipts. And I definitely don't buy anything I wouldn't already buy. If the money shows up without effort, it goes in. If I had to earn it, it doesn't count. So let's dig into week 3. We started the week with a portfolio value of $1,819.79 in my Fidelity account and $24.34 in Bitcoin. That's a total of $1,844.13 going into Monday. Day 11, Saturday, September 21st, I had $3.85 in cashback from my Apple Card savings account. On top of that, I got a surprise $1.24 from a small account adjustment. Not sure where it came from, but I didn't work for it, so it counts. That gave me a total of $5.09. Based on my portfolio rules, when I don't have a large enough amount to split across all the ETFs and crypto, I put it into whichever fund has the smallest percentage. That day, it was IJK the iShares S&P Midcap 400 Growth ETF. It tracks US mid-cap growth companies, and it was sitting at just 4.27% of my portfolio, so that's where the money went. Day 12, Tuesday, September 23rd. I had another $5.09 in cashback. Nothing else came in that day. No rebates, no surprises. So I invested it in XLY, the Consumer Discretionary Select Sector SPDR fund, because, again, it was the smallest holding at the time, around 4.24% of the portfolio. XLY includes big names in retail, hospitality, and consumer services. Think Amazon, Starbucks, Home Depot, that kind of exposure. Day 13, Wednesday, September 24th. This was the first really exciting day of the week. I had $2.29 in credit card cashback, but I also got my first successful payout from the Upside app, $10 from a gas purchase. Honestly, I wasn't sure that app would work, but it did, and I pulled the funds. That brought the total to $12.29, which was enough to buy a new position. That day I went with IWF, the iShares Russell 1000 Growth ETF. It focuses on large-cap growth companies, and again, it had one of the smallest allocations in my account, at 4.26%. IWF includes some heavy hitters like Apple, Microsoft, and Nvidia solid growth plays. The more surprising part, though, is just how quickly these little bits of passive money are adding up. That $10 from Upside was unexpected, but it made a real impact on the week's performance. Day 14, Thursday, September 25th. This day was classic free money territory. I had 75 cents in cash back from my credit card. Then I found $1.35 in the laundry. And at checkout at Walgreens, I discovered I had $2 in Walgreens rewards, which I applied. Since I didn't do anything special for it, it counts. That gave me $4.10. And I used it to buy IGV, the iShares Expanded Tech Software Sector ETF. It was my smallest holding that day, and it tracks software companies like Microsoft, Salesforce, and Adobe. Solid long-term growth potential, especially in tech-heavy environments like this one. Day 15, Friday, September 26th, at just $1.31 in cashback. Nothing else. I swept it into IJK again, since it was still the lowest percentage in my account. Because it was under $14, there was nothing left for Bitcoin. But, and here's a small twist, after the market closed, I got a notification from Upside that $4.18 in gas rebates had posted to my account. I transferred it to Fidelity right away, but it won't count toward this week's total since it landed after the market closed. We'll roll that into week 4. So here's how the numbers shook out for week 3. I added a total of $31.57 in what I call free money. That breaks down like this: $13.23 in cashback from my Apple Card, $10.00 from Upside, $1.24 from a small account adjustment, $2 in Walgreens rewards, $1.35 literally found in the laundry, $3.75 from Friday's post-market Upside payout, which I'm rolling into next week. Everything I invested came from sources I didn't work for. I didn't go out of my way to earn any of it. That's the whole point. This is just a hobby, a modern version of the old-school change jar, instead of tossing coins into a glass jar. I'm digitally sweeping this found money into a Fidelity account and investing it, just to see what happens. It's kind of become a game, seeing what shows up unexpectedly and figuring out which fund it goes into next. As for the ETFs I added to this week, here's the list. IJK iShares S&P Midcap 400 Growth ETF XLY, Consumer Discretionary Select Sector SPDR Fund, IWF iShares Russell 1000, Growth ETF IGV iShares Expanded Tech Software Sector ETF. Each of those was the lowest holding in my portfolio at the time of purchase. Which is how I decide where the money goes when I'm not spreading it across all 14. I didn't add anything to Bitcoin this week, but that's okay. My crypto account still sits at $28.07. And next week's first transfer will likely include that $4.18 from Friday's late deposit, which could push some more over. As of market close on Friday, September 26th, my Fidelity account finished at $1,885.24, plus the $28.07 in crypto, so my total account value for the experiment is $1,913.31. not bad for 3 weeks of investing money I didn't earn. Honestly, I had no idea this would grow this fast. I think being intentional about it is making the difference. Before, these bits of money would just vanish spent on coffee or added back into the household budget. Now, I'm watching it build a little portfolio one day at a time. I don't know what the long-term results will be, but that's kind of the fun part. If you're enjoying following along, or if you're curious to try something similar, hit like, subscribe, or leave a comment. I'd love to know what kind of found money shows up in your world. That's it for week 3. I'll be back Monday with another update. See you then.